We just made it to Sapa! We just dropped off our luggage at our homestay and we are starving. Upon doing some research on where to eat in Sapa, we found this restaurant is called Cho Ting Quan. How do you like my Vietnamese? This restaurant is located right next to a lake. It is so beautiful and peaceful. The whole town is just straight out of a fairy tale. And in the evening, they also have performances here.
Yeah. Right now, the current time is about 4 p.m., but it's kind of odd because the city seems very low. It's very quiet. It was raining when we got here. Maybe that has something to do with it. But right now, we're at this restaurant. This restaurant has about 2 to 3 floors. They're all kind of the same. We are the only ones in here, and it's 4 p.m. So our food finally came, and not for nothing, it looks exactly like what it looks like in the photo, which is a plus.
This is honey glazed chicken and it comes with sticky rice, but you see the sticky rice is purple.
And the chicken actually looks more like duck, but it looks like it's fried very well, and it's cut up into these little tiny portions.
The sticky rice tastes really good. It doesn't taste any different being that it's purple. It has nice crunch on the outside. How's the chicken? It doesn't taste as sweet as I would anticipate being that it's honey glazed. Another dish I really wanted to try is the pumpkin soup, and it is served inside a real pumpkin. It is nice and thick, very hearty. It has a little bit of sweetness to it. And also what's different about this soup, it's made with black chicken. Have you seen a black chicken before?
I've seen a chicken with black feathers, but I've never seen black chicken. This is very interesting. How does it taste?
It tastes a little bit firmer than regular chicken. And the skin on the outside, the chicken skin is actually black. You can see it black and it looks so weird, but the meat itself tastes a little bit firmer than regular chicken. Look, this is a bone, and the bone is actually black as well. We just finished our meal and it was the total of $31.65 for 2 dishes, 2 Cokes and 1 water. For Vietnam standards, I think it's very expensive. There are way cheaper options. Even though the food did taste good, I don't think it was worth that much money.
So I'm now currently walking as what Irina and I call the main strip. The thing that we notice about here instantly is that you see all these lights behind me. This place is like literally walking along Las Vegas Strip because there's so many lights and all the decor. If you see, they all look the same. They're really nice and they're pretty, but all the restaurants look the same if you look at it. And they all have the same lighting, they all have the same decor, and they all carry pretty much the same type of food. And it goes on for pretty much straight through the town, or at least these restaurants also have many floors. Some of them has 5 floors, and it's all stacked up and they all decked out in lights. And the funny thing is that we learned is that the top floors are made for the Vietnamese people. And the reason being is that the top floors are set up table-wise for large groups, because when the Vietnamese come in, whenever they come to town, it's a massive group. So these restaurants really cater to them. We booked this beautiful room with a beautiful view. Well, you probably can't see nothing at the moment because it's all fogged over and the clouds are really low. And that's something we notice here. The views here in Sapa is absolutely stunning with just mountains everywhere you look. But because it's so high up in elevation, the clouds come really low, and a lot of times it just gets clouded over, and then maybe within an hour it clears up again and then it gets clouded over again, so you really just never know. So right now we have this beautiful tub. We'd like to take a nice bath in and enjoy the views, but for now, no views, so we have to wait. Good morning. It is early morning. Vendors are out and we're looking to get something to eat, looking for some breakfast. And we're hiking up this really steep hill because our Airbnb is located at the bottom. But yeah, all the store vendors are out.
Look at this setup. They have a massage salon, and right outside they're selling fresh meat.
There's butchers right out here. So you can get fresh vegetables early morning. There's beef, chicken, and yeah, vendors are out. And here as well. So we went to one place where we thought it was a coffee shop. We thought they were going to have breakfast, but that didn't work out.
A lot of coffee shops here in Vietnam only sells coffee, no food whatsoever.
Yeah, that's what just happened to us. So now Irina sourced another place, which is supposedly Western breakfast. So we're gonna check it out and see what it looks like.
There's not too many places in Vietnam that serve breakfast items, Western breakfast items like omelette and pancakes, and we found one. It's called 24-hour restaurant and bar and coffee. If you've seen our other videos in our Vietnam series, Vietnam is all about coffee, and the coffee here is incredible. I am a coffee lover, and here I'm trying different types of coffee. So for today's breakfast I ordered Vietnamese coffee. I never had this kind before. I saw it in the picture and I just have to have it. Just look how it comes. It has the coffee drip device on top, and the coffee drips into the glass, and on the bottom it's some type of milk. Maybe it is a condensed milk, I'm not sure, but it is really cool how it just freshly drips into your cup.
This is coffee, and you could get it here in Sapa, Vietnam. And what this is coffee with Kahlua, with rum, and with Baileys. Whoa, really perfect way to start the morning. This kicks.
I can smell it from here. Here in Vietnam you will not find forks, but what you will find is a basket with chopsticks. I never had eggs with chopsticks. Well, first time for everything. When we typically order eggs, we don't like our eggs brown like this. For us it is burned. But because here they don't really speak much English, you just point and ask what you want, you get what you get.
The egg is actually not that bad. Normally when it's brown like this, it has that rubbery, burned, kind of rank taste, because the longer you cook the egg, the more it kind of has that rank smell to it. This is not like that at all. But the only thing is that it's very oily, so obviously they must use a lot of oil to just drop the egg in, and it really fries up really quickly. They put all the different stuff that's in it, flip it over, and call it a day. All in all, it's not that bad.
Vietnam is highly influenced by the French, and when you order pancakes, they have crepes here, or crepes. But what's interesting about this is they are yellow, and they have pineapple inside, very thin slices of fresh pineapple, and honey drizzled on top. It doesn't look as appetizing, but they actually taste pretty good. And my coffee had condensed milk all the way on the bottom, and they put just the perfect amount, so it's not super sweet, and the coffee is so strong, so you still have this nice coffee taste. I love it.
After walking through majority of Cat Village, we've come to realize, even though we were told before we even came here, that yes, this is we wouldn't necessarily call it an authentic village. Yes, there are villagers around the outer ring of Cat Village, but the center of Cat Village, from the moment you enter the gates, it's shopping, 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 more shopping, a lot more shopping, till pretty much you get down here to the rice fields, and that's pretty much almost like 15 to 20 minutes of walking just down, weaving your way down, and just vendors after vendors after vendors. And the thing is, the vendors are literally selling the same thing. Like they're either giving, renting costumes for you to wear and take pictures throughout the village, or they're selling some type of meats or teas or souvenirs. And all the vendors sell the same thing. So once you saw the first vendor, you're pretty much gonna see that style of vendor all the way through. So it does feel a little salesy.
And commercial.
Yes.
But I like it for
the scenery. Obviously, I like the fact that I saw a woman making fabric by hand. It's really cool, and all the animals, it's very chill, nice atmosphere, and they have so many setups for you to take videos and pictures.
It is so close to the center of Sapa that just coming down here on any given day, you don't have to make any type of plans to say, okay, on this day, I'm gonna go and do that because it's far away and I have to plan taxi or motorbike. You don't have to do none of that. From the center, you just walk down here and it's a nice walk.
Overall, I think it is worth coming here. Just don't expect to see an authentic village.
Yes, for sure. While here in Sapa, we noticed there's massage parlors everywhere, literally everywhere. I'm standing in front of one right now. There's one right across the street from me and two just in hindsight. And as you're walking through the village, you see them everywhere. Even more so than Bali. I thought Bali there'd be a lot of massage places, but not as much as here. Literally, they're all over. And the thing is, when you're walking past them, most of the times you're gonna have people say, massage, massage, and they try to get you to come into their massage parlor. But yeah, massage parlors are pretty much everywhere here.
Sapa is the only place where you can find snow during the winter in the mountains on the top of Fansipan. It has rainy season, and the northern Vietnam is cooler. We are visiting right now in August and it is rainy season.
Now let's talk food. You guys know that we are foodies and we always look forward to going to places where the food is amazing. Well, here in Sapa, it's been a tad bit disappointing, and here's why.
What we learned from the locals is that Vietnamese people love to have everything chewy, and if it doesn't taste chewy to them, it doesn't taste natural, doesn't taste organic. And another shocking thing, when we had corn, it was also chewy, roasted corn, chewy.
So all in all, after those two experiences, we were like, hey, what's going on here? And we finally found a breakfast spot, and it just so happens the owner speaks really good English, and we just kind of started sharing our experiences while we were here, and she totally explained everything to us. And it's basically what Irina said in the beginning of this whole segment is they just like their stuff chewy. That's how they like it. So we're not used to that as Westerners. So when you come here and you get that experience, you're wondering kind of what's going on, and you're really struggling to try to get something to eat.
And we ended up eating at one restaurant the entire stay.
Not only good breakfast, but good lunch and good dinner. We are here, and this is what we call the main strip. On this main strip here, you will see tons and tons and tons of restaurants. And the crazy thing is, these restaurants are all lit up. It's like we are walking on the Las Vegas Strip. There are lights everywhere, but the crazy thing is, like, they kind of all look alike. They even have the same decor. They also have multiple floors. Some of these restaurants even have 5 floors. The crazy thing is that we found out is that the top floors, they kind of designate those floors for Vietnamese because the way the restaurant is set up on the top floors, they have massive tables. And when the Vietnamese come in, they come in with these massive groups, and they can all serve the Vietnamese people all at once in these massive tables. You can see this whole strip is lit up. And at nighttime, it all comes alive because the lights are even brighter. So it's really cool to see how this place lights up at night. Okay, let's talk about something serious and something kind of what turned us off a little bit about Sapa. We're here now again in the square. As you can see, it's raining. We did mention it is rainy season here. Now, a big problem for us that we saw plenty of times is child labor.
We made a separate video on reasons why you should not give any cash to local tribal kids and the way you can actually support them. In the next video, we are going to the top of Indochina, the tallest mountain. So be sure to subscribe to our channel if you enjoyed this video. Be sure to click like, it will definitely help our channel grow. And if you would like to support our journey, click the heart button below this video. Come on, so much for watching, and as usual, just be out with us.
Gee.